Refuge family, how you doing? Christopher Walker here, Pastor Brown. Hey, I'm so excited about what we're going to partake in this upcoming Sunday. We're going to have our first service together here at the property. I can't wait to see you. I'm so excited. Pastor?
Yes, so you might recognize this area of our property as where we typically host tent revival for the past couple years. This will not be where we host our service this Sunday. So what we're going to do in this video is show you what you can expect when arriving to the property this Sunday, where you can park at, where we'll be hosting service. So hop on in the vehicle with us and let's see what you can expect.
Hey Refuge, we're going to show you where you can turn in to get to where we're going to be having church, and also the 3 different lots that you can park in. So right here on 51st Avenue, you'll take a right or a left depending on which way you're coming from, and you will see the first little parking area right here. You can use this lot. You can also use the front of Beardsley Printing, where myself and Brother Walker are parked right now. And if you keep driving down this driveway towards Cotton Mill Apartments, you will see a lot down this little hill, and this is where we can park. You may not park past this area.
So yeah, you'll be able to park down through here. They specifically have asked us, the management of Cotton Mill Apartments has specifically have asked us to not use the parking spots over here. But of course, we're going to have parking lot attendants that will be pointing you in the right way, so that way nobody is misguided to the wrong spot. But we'll be walking from our parking spots up to this opening in the trees here on my left.
Ladies, you will not want to wear high heels. It's a little bit rocky, but it's also a little bit soft to the ground. So.
All right, Refuge family, listen, we want to give you a few instructions as you prepare to arrive. Number 1 is we want you to arrive at 10 o'clock, no time sooner. Start arriving at 10 o'clock. And when you do arrive here, there will be areas marked off for you and your family. We want to make sure that we create that social distancing environment, and so a leader will lead you to the area that you and your family will be in. Make sure to bring chairs for you and everyone that is also in your family. And as you arrive, there will be people that you have not seen in person in quite some time, and so we want to refrain from hugging, from shaking hands, and doing those various things, as we are cautious that the COVID may still be possibly going around. And so we want you to know that there are no bathrooms on site as we are outside, and so let's make sure to use the restroom before we come to the property. And also, that's why we don't want you to start arriving until 10 a.m. Because we don't want the restroom issues to happen. Service will be shorter than normal, and so I know some of you are down about that. But again, service will be shorter than normal, and so just for that bathroom sake, we will be able to hold it just in case that it comes upon us. But I'm looking forward to our service here shortly.
So here I am in your space for church on Sunday. As you can see, it is mapped off with some neon paint. We also have a stake here, and on this stake will be stapled your words for service and also some announcements, and you can take that home with you if you'd like. Now, I am standing in a family-sized space. Because of the layout and the way that this land is, we will have spaces that are different sizes. So if you maybe only have 1 or 2 people in your household, it might be good to look for a space that's a little bit smaller and reserve this particular size for families with a lot of children. And that is who I want to speak to next. If you have toddlers in your household, we do suggest that you use a stroller so that the child can be strapped in, and that will help them, because we are asking even the children not to hug and not to high five, and that is going to be a really hard thing to do. So you may also want to bring a playpen, because there'll be plenty of room for you to do that. For people with small children, if you could keep them in your family space. We cannot allow them to be running around or in the forest or anything like that. We just need to be very mindful of this and mindful of the other people at service. So we know this will be difficult. You can feel free to bring water for your child or a snack. We don't want this area to turn into a family picnic. However, if you do have an umbrella or a canopy that you'd like to bring, you are welcome to do that. We do ask that no one bring bicycles, skates, or skateboards. And when service is dismissed, we ask that everybody make their way back to their vehicles and leave the property. Of course, we can't wait for the day where we can just spend time after the service is over like normal, but that is not yet. You are welcome to make plans with other church families if you'd like, and take the party home with you. We don't mind that, and that is up to you. So we look forward to seeing you.
Hey Refuge family, like we've already said, we are so excited about our first service back together in over 2 months. This will be the location where our worship team, our music is set up here in this general location, and speaker systems will be out, so it will be projecting sound quite a ways away, and so everybody should be able to hear. In fact, I'm very thankful for this God-created sanctuary that we have here that has been made available to us on our property that is almost perfect. It's ideal for these purposes. I do want to make mention of a few things. We are asking everyone to show up at 10 a.m. Again, you'll be guided to parking spots that are available and then directed into the designated areas here in our outdoor sanctuary. Our goal is to start service at 10:30 a.m. That is our goal. Of course, the saying throughout this whole ordeal is this: blessed are the flexible, for they shall not be bent out of shape. And we're hoping that you will be understanding through this whole new ordeal that we're all going through together. Please understand that the decisions that we have made and the protocol that is being put into place is attempting to keep our whole congregation in mind. Understand that not everybody thinks just like you. And of course, for that, we thank God. Nothing against the way you think, but just understanding that we're all different. Some of us may fall on one side of the spectrum where we think, you know what, this is all blown out of proportion, it's no big deal, and you can't wait to hug every Refuge member and shake hands with everybody. But then we also have church members that are on the other side of the spectrum that are very cautious and very concerned with what's going on in our world. And we want to be mindful of everyone that falls somewhere on that spectrum in our church family. As a pastor, I am called to serve the whole church, not just one in particular or one category of individuals. And not only am I called to minister to the church family, but we are also called to reach our community, to reach the lost with the only saving gospel of Jesus Christ. And so with that in mind, these services are going to be videoed, they are going to be shared, they are going to be publicized. Who knows, we may even have a camera crew show up from a local news station. And we want to make sure that our face to the community shows that we are respecting the guidelines, we are respecting the health of our community, and we are putting in position or putting into place that protocol that we feel is good to have in, again, flattening the curve on this COVID pandemic. We look forward to seeing you this Sunday. We can't wait to worship together as a church family, and we'll see you then. God bless. We did forget to mention just a few more things, Brother Walker.
Yes, we want to apologize at this time. We will not be able to provide transportation, and so for those of you who cannot make it, we still will be streaming Facebook Live, and we will post a video after the service. Hey, so please tune in as we do come together at this time.
Also, regarding our members that are high risk, whether with underlying conditions or because of age, the government or our state has recommended that you watch services remotely. And so if that would be more comfortable for you, we completely understand. Also, if you have had a temperature or have had symptoms in the past 24 hours, we would also ask you to watch services online at home. And last, I'm sure the question that's on everybody's mind is masks. It is recommended, but not required by our state, that if you are communicating with someone within that 6 foot distance. If you plan to communicate, they recommend but don't require that you would wear a mask.
Also recommended but not required, make sure to bring some bug repellent, bug spray, whatever you have. We don't want you getting bit up out here while we're worshiping and praising God, listening to the word. And so I'm so glad that you all will be with us, and I can't wait to fellowship together.
Amen.
Amen.
We'll see you.